Please tell me why a 50-year-old woman is beefing with me. I'm a project manager at a small civil engineering firm. My job is essentially to do the design work, delegate, and make sure we meet our deadline. I work with a CAD tech who is 55 years old. Side note, I am 26. She has been delegating my tasks to other people and not telling me. Then she goes to my boss and says that multiple people are doing the same task. When I finally told her that I need to be keyed in on who is doing what, she sarcastically asks, "So what do you want me to do?" Then stormed out. I've been nothing but kind and patient with her when she stresses out. But today was the first day that I expressed anger. It's hard being in my 20s and telling older people what to do. I don't feel respected. CC her manager on emails requesting information. This will show those above her that she just isn't responding to emails and any work you receive back. Treat this like an issue between her and your boss. Don't make it personal or even related to you. She is wasting organizational resources for unknown reasons. And the boss needs to address this. She sarcastically asks, "So what do you want me to do?" Quote, learn how to CC people in an email. It's not you, it's them. Best approach would be to talk to your manager about the situation. Classic case of older people challenging a younger manager. They think the roles should be reversed. I saw the same thing. 28-year-old coworker promoted to supervisor. The oldest coworker started trying to boss her around. They expect you to defer to them regardless of your role because of their age. Many jobs have losers who act like they are managers, and when a position like that is filled they feel challenged. This is worse with older people if they are using to being the boss. I've never been in a managerial position where people acted that way, but I hope someone with experience on this can give some advice. My inexperienced advice? Put her in her place. CAD techs don't need a reason to beef with anyone and everyone. Seriously. I'm a GIS programmer. Every CAD tech I ever work with seems to be just like this. Honestly, I think it has a lot to do with CAD tech having turned into a functionally dead-end job with no real advancement and career path anymore. I have kind of the opposite situation where a teenager is telling everyone I'm bullying and being rude to him. He's calling in on shifts we work together and making this whole string of stories about it. I had to ask my manager if she honestly thought I had beef with a teenager. People who like attention and drama will start petty arguments and spread rumors and lies where they're the victim, even if the person they're targeting has nothing wrong other than the slightest thing of their position is higher. My manager refused to let me step down and told me to just let it go, but my God. He's still telling every other person we work with about these fictitious atrocities of supposedly done. Older people in positions that can be viewed as lower than yours tend to be bitter or resentful of such and will try and find any gap to prove you shouldn't be where you are. Sometimes middle-aged people can't handle taking orders from a 20-something-year-old. A true example of a planning person from the movie Office Space. She's 55 years old. If she doesn't know how to be professional in a workplace by that point, then that's her problem. Let the higher-ups know the problem a CAD tech is causing a project manager. FYI. It's jealousy that's making her act this way. You're younger and in a higher paying position. That's no excuse for poor behavior. Though she appears to be struggling with the new pecking order. She might be bristling against some lost autonomy or has resentment against a much younger manager. At the same time, people are unreliable narrators when discussing their own kindness and patience. Your feelings of disrespect may be valid. People don't like kids showing up and telling them what to do. but your approach might not be being received in the same manner you perceive it. Unfortunately, you'll never be able to put yourself in her shoes until they're your shoes. Also, unfortunately, she might not be able to adjust. Good luck. It doesn't get better. I recently turned 40, still one of the youngest in my group, and they act like I'm 12 sometimes. I ignore them though. You aren't going to be respected until you put your foot down. Call a meeting together. Outline the specific responsibilities for each person and hold people accountable. Send a follow-up email after the meeting with your expectations. When she fails to follow your instructions, you have started the OL paper trail. You can then document that she isn't following your procedures. You can refer back to your meeting, and when, if the time comes, you can address the issues with her. Manager with proof. Of course, keep your manager in the loop. You were hired to manage, so that's what you need to do. When people have clearly defined roles, it will either nip this in the bud or show that she's not being a team player. If you don't have processes in place, it doesn't look terribly good to your manager that you can't effectively set expectations. It's one thing to say your coworker doesn't follow established processes and can document that, versus just complaining that someone should just be a mind reader on your expectations. She may think she's being helpful, or perhaps she's worked with other project managers that had a different style. At the end of the day, your name is on this project, and you need to think about how you want to set the tone to accomplish what the company hired you to accomplish. It's just jealousy and fear. She's afraid you'll take her job. If you use Asana or anything, you can easily delegate tasks to people and lock it so she can't adjust it. Then if the boss confronts you about her statement of multiple people doing the same task, you can show them the flow and assignments. Welcome to project management. Find out who she is delegating tasks to, and include them on the calls where you are delegating them to her. This will ensure everyone stays on the same page. Also, and I'm not sure if you are doing this, never assign tasks in email or in chat. You have to be able to talk through it. Dang son, sounds like she don't like work. Not everyone is happy at home. Playing devil's advocate here, but maybe she thought she was helping by delegating some tasks from you, and possibly in her mind, you didn't thank her for doing this, hence her beefing with you. There could be a number of reasons why she feels hard done by, and one of the factors, unfortunately, could be that she just doesn't like being told what to do by someone over half her age. I'm not defending her, but it does seem like she's almost feeling left behind in her work life. Maybe her personal life is the same and she's lashing out. She sounds threatened by you. From what you've said, I don't know, but it might be worth trying to talk to her and find out why she's got this beef with you before you start emailing coworkers. I need to be keyed in on who is doing what. Who is the boss? You or her? If it's your job to delegate, what is her job? Is she a subordinate? This is frustrating because, as much as being a CAD tech is a dead-end job, it's in high demand. If she was any good at her job, she would be focusing on production, which she could leverage for higher pay. Sounds like she's underperforming and is trying to throw up some smoke and mirrors so nobody notices. It's possible she's hit the point where she's struggling to keep up with technology and doesn't want to become obsolete. Also, if you're a woman, that's probably a huge contributing factor to the way she responds to you, on top of the age difference.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.